Hello, and welcome to my channel, Inviting Possibilities Tarot. My name is Rochelle. This is Charlie. This is Kitty. And I am doing the weekly reading for the collective. It is timeless and general, so take what resonates and leave the rest. Um, this is when you catch this is the for the coming week for you. And also, I am tapping into energy. So it may not play out this way this week because everyone's on a different timeline. Time is fluid, all the things. So I just put some prosperity dust on the table. All right. I'm going to read from this little book called Think by Dr. Robert Anthony. This page. After all is said and done, much is said and little is done. um so we're talking about we're talking we're definitely talking here. um this is about putting your what's the all of a sudden the saying, put your money where your mouth is. That's what it is. This is about actually doing the things that you talk about. And something about there's been a lot of talk, but not a lot of doing. And it makes me think of this quote, and I really, someday I'll find it. I don't know who said it or where it is, but it goes something like, more than doers, we are deciders. Once we decide, the doing becomes easy. So there's a lot of talking, but there's not a lot of, we haven't come to a decision point yet. There's not a lot of boots on the ground getting things done yet, which is interesting. Okay. Hey, Lioness Kitty Cat is here. Good morning, beautiful. All right. So we get a couple of angel cards. Compassion. Oh, yeah, there it is. We have two angels hugging each other. Aw, it's very sweet. Red and blue. Exploration. Angel with a telescope, spyglass, seeing a what do you call it? Island in the distance. Compassion and exploration. The first thing that came to me with compassion is having compassion for yourself and others when things aren't getting done. um, you know, we all have. How do I say this? It's like, say you're procrastinating on doing something. There's a reason you're procrastinating. There's some kind of resistance that needs to be acknowledged and worked through in order to overcome that procrastination, to actually do the thing. Oftentimes procrastination, like the thing that we're procrastinating on, is actually, once we do it, we're like, oh, that was so easy and quick compared to all the time that I took trying not to think about it, but then still there, like eating away at you, and like causing feelings of guilt or shame, or like, yeah, feeling. Usually there's stuff that comes with procrastination because we know we should do it, but we're not doing it. So there's the compassion piece is like understanding. We all have our process. We all do things in the time that works for us. It's not always timely for everyone involved, but we all do it to some extent or another in one area or another in our lives. And this exploration speaks to I think partially has to do with exploring, doing that deep dive, exploring like why am I procrastinating? Why am I not doing things, getting things done that I know I could? And by the way, I invite you to change how you speak. Don't I a long time ago decided that I was going to do my very best to not should on myself, to not use the word should on myself, to myself, for myself. um, because it's a guilt trip essentially. You could do something. Changing that reframing it and changing how you look at what you're doing and why you are or aren't doing something. Like why should you do anything? Is it because you feel like other people have told you you should, so that's why you should? Like what's the motivation behind the should? And so changing it to could is like, well, I could do this if I wanted. I could do this if I had the resources. I could do this for any number of reasons. It's just it's taken the pressure off essentially. Pressure typically does not help people. Some people work better under pressure, but in general. And so there's something about exploring this concept of should versus could. How about that? Also, there's something here around as you have more compassion for yourself and others, there's it brings a lot of freedom. And maybe there's a literal exploration of like wanting to go out in the world, wanting to see how other people live, wanting to um, gain a new perspective, whether that's literally or figuratively. Wow, all right. This is interesting. Okay, so I'm going with the wisdom of the oracle. We will see how long Kitty lasts. She does not like the shuffling. I am sorry, Kitty. I know. I know you don't like it. Oh, oh, nope. There she goes. Okay, and there's Cheryl Math Shaman. Good morning. So glad you made it. Oops. Okay, this just flipped. All that glitters in reverse. All right, this is what I'm supposed to get. Chop wood in reverse. So all that glitters in reverse, number 16. Chop wood in reverse, 42. The answer to life, the universe, and everything. Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy reference. And Message in a Bottle, number 15. Hmm. Okay. So we are definitely on we're exploring this theme of knowing what we could do, what we might have to do, but not wanting to do it. Um, okay, this kind of makes me feel like when we're talking about young people, like say high school, who want all the things. And please remember, I'm speaking very generally. This is not true across the board. Um, take your typical teenager who wants, they want the fancy clothes, they want, all the like latest technology. If they can drive, they want the fancy car, but they don't want to have to work for it. They want they want all the shiny things, but they're not willing to do what it takes to get them. They just want it to be handed to them. And, you know, gosh, this is I could go so deep with this. I don't really want to go. I don't want to go there. We're just using this as an example. So, there's something here about being really drawn to the shiny things. Well, why? This again, there's an exploration of the why. What are the motives? What are the ulterior motives behind wanting the shiny things? And being okay, being like oh, the word was there and it was gone. Morning brain. Um it's like being taken in by something because of this, the surface of it. Wanting the nice car because people will see you driving it and will think that they'll think you're awesome because you're driving an awesome car or something like this. Like there's a desire for more status, or there's a feeling of like, well, if I wear all the latest trends, then I'm going to fit in and people are going to like me. And the idea that like these surface things don't actually provide anything around our self-worth. In a sense, they take us down even more, like a notch more, because, and this just came up in a reading. I don't remember. It might have been the earth sign reading I did, but this idea of fitting in versus belonging. When you're trying to fit in, you're trying to change yourself to fit the group. When you belong, you can show up however you are, and people are like, yes, I'm joyous, like, you don't need to change, please don't change. And so anyway, there's something around this being a part of what holds you back from showing up authentically because of trying to be something you're not. But then we have this, and then like this is that energy of like understanding what you need to do but not doing it. This is the armchair astronaut card. This is like all the great ideas, but are you doing anything about them? No. But we have message in a bottle here. There's a telephone. There's an old-timey rotary telephone in here in this bottle. There's something about making that call, actually speaking, or maybe someone is speaking to you. And this bottle is in the water. The water represents emotions. There's something about needing to connect with others. Yeah, see, we have the hearts inside the bottle. It's like getting an accountability buddy, or getting someone, enrolling someone in your idea of, I need help. I need help doing the thing. I need some assistance or support or something. Providing compassion. Need somebody to provide compassion for you, or this is even you kind of extending yourself. They say that the happiest people, and studies have been done about this, right? The happiest people are the ones who serve others. The ones who are looking to just make themselves happy and don't give back tend to be pretty low on the happiness scale. And so there's something here around exploring compassion and giving and receiving messages. And also there are messages that are coming to you from the universe, um, in all different ways, of course. There always are. We just have to learn to be aware of them. Uh, and yeah, it's through people. It's through any number of signs and symbols that the universe is like, it's time to get up. It's time to get up. It's time to do the things, boots on the ground, in order to prepare, prepare for what? Exploration. To if say you decide you want to go travel, there typically is a lot of legwork that goes into it, a lot of planning, a lot of preparation. My sister, for example, is going to be moving to Spain. Very excited for her. But she's like so overwhelmed because there's so much to do. And sometimes we can get stuck in that overwhelm. And that's where procrastination hits us. Because we're like, I don't even know where to begin. So I'm just gonna go to my phone. Just get this girl. I can't even think about this. Okay. All right. So what am I doing from here? Let's go to Heart's Hidden Secrets. Broken Key Oracle made it. Good morning, Rebecca. Oh, Kitty is saying hello as well. Kitty is very happy you are all here. Okay. Hopeless, sinking, despair, and falling apart. Hmm. Peace, balance, harmony, and friendship. Depth, awareness, importance, and value. Wow. Wow. Doing a deep dive into that water. This is so interesting. Um, okay. So yeah, this feeling of hopelessness, despair, falling apart. This it's a very constricted energy, first of all. And it is something that we all experience from time to time. It's part of the human experience, right? And this is where the compassion comes in. Understanding that, if you're okay, Abraham Hicks talks about this, has talked about it, where they talk about shooting off rockets of desire and going after what you want, right? And keeping your vibration high. However, when you are in the depths, you can't do anything from that place. You have to wait till you come out of it before you can launch yourself. You can't launch a rocket from the depths of the sea. You have to get above the sea in order, and everything needs to be dry. The rocket fuel isn't going to ignite unless everything's dry. All the right things are in place. And so there's having compassion for yourself when you're going through something. And if you're in the midst of all the despair and the falling apart and feeling like, oh, I can't do anything about this, that's okay. You're allowed to have that. The trick is not letting yourself sink in to that, to where you get used to being in that energy, in that space, because it can be very addictive. The trick is to let yourself have some time to be there, but always keeping your sights set on your what I call your baseline of happiness, which is knowing that everything's going to work out, because it always does. It has before. It's going to work out again. We don't always know how it's going to work out. And that's one of my mottos. It's going to work out because it always works out, but it doesn't always work out the way we hope, expect, or plan. But it always works out. And we have so much evidence of this in our lives. And that's the point. That's a part of the messages I feel is like keeping a bigger perspective on things. And so we have this peace, this balance, harmony, and friendship. And maybe this has something to do with those people in your life who are able to who are there to remind you that you've made it through difficulties before. Because when we're in this hopeless place, it can feel like we're never getting out of it. Every single time I go there, I'm like, oh, yeah, this time feels like this is it. I'm never going to feel good again. And then eventually I do. And that's the thing. Like, change is the one thing you can count on, right? Um, that is a part of it too. This too shall pass. And so by maintaining your, yeah, I was going to say maintaining your balance. Sometimes you feel out of balance. That's okay. But re- having friends to lean on, remembering who you are at the core, that you are a spiritual being having a human experience. And that's a part of this awareness too, this depth, because this is that deep dive into what your motivations are, why you feel hopeless, what's stopping you from having that inner peace. What are you attached to that isn't serving you? And then doing something about it, which is what this depth is. Yeah. Wow. This is this is this is pretty deep. This is yeah, well, this is life, isn't it? What do you value? What do you truly value? Not the shiny things. What's your friendship, connection, inner peace? That is a goal. That if anybody out there is feeling like hopeless and desperate and feeling that sense of despair, that falling apart, inner peace is the most precious thing, because that is essentially the opposite. That is where you can feel in balance, in harmony with the world around you, within yourself. And there's always a lifeline there. But you have to be the one to grab a hold. Okay. I'm going with the Osho Zen Tarot. We have two of rainbows, moment to moment. Yeah. Okay, that's a part of this is focusing on the present moment as much as possible. Because most of the time, right here in this moment, everything is okay. It's when we get stuck in the past, we get caught in the anxiety of what's coming, we lose our balance. Staying in the moment, having a general plan of where you're going, his eyes are kind of soft. There's like a soft focus, but it's all about each next step. Attention and awareness is right here. Not an easy thing to do, but that's a part of the practice. Bringing your energy, bringing your attention back to now. Oh, king, king of rainbows, abundance. Look at all that balance and harmony. Go. This is amazing. Like moment to moment leads you to like all of the good. This is okay. So the king of rainbows, he's the master of putting his money where his mouth is, of taking those steps, chopping the wood, doing all of the things that gradually build you up to the place you want to get to. Being very methodical, diligent, persistent. And then when you get to the end, then you get to just chill and enjoy the fruits of your labor. Solid grapes. Yeah, he looks like Bacchus. Yeah, you get to enjoy. But this isn't like a hedonism thing. Because hedonism typically is about the all that glitters in reverse. That's like just overindulging because you can. What's your ultimate goal? He's sitting on a book. There's wisdom and knowledge wrapped up in here in getting to this place of abundance and balance and harmony, peace. There's a lot of friends here too. We don't see anyone specifically in this picture, but this guy didn't get to where he is by himself. He's got himself an entourage. And we've got the full Aries energy. And we have earth signs here, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. This is this is all about getting up and doing the thing. Understand it, like maybe, like choosing mentors for yourself, people you resonate with. There's a plethora of information out there that you can tune into. All these podcasts of, these successful people who have done the things to get where they've gotten to be successful. And there's so much information and wisdom to be gained. You just have to, you know, take that first step. Start exploring your options. Take a leap of faith towards what you want. If you're not where you want to be, what can you do to get there? It's like creating an action plan. Write that list. The king of rainbows for me is Capricorn energy. Capricorn is the master of lists, making lists. You make that list, you check those things off that list. The goal is to have everything checked off by whatever time frame you set for yourself. And that's where the abundance comes from, because it's that follow through, right? But it's also the ability to take the leap of faith, because knowing that you've done things before, you have a system in place, you can always rely on that system, so you can take leaps of faith and go in a new direction. And here I feel like you are absolutely mastering the ability to focus on the now. Maybe get yourself a mentor, or 10, 50, 100, whatever. They're out there. And also you being your own master. You have all the information you need within yourself. Those mentors just help remind you of what you already know. And sometimes they'll have little like hacks and little like nuggets of wisdom that are like, oh, I hadn't thought of it that way before, that help to boost you. But ultimately, it's all within you. You're so much more powerful than you realize. And once you understand this, once you can embody this more, then it's time to explore. It's time to go out in the world. There's travel here. There's some potentially literal travel in your future. I love that. I want to go with the science tarot. Oh, Linda made it. Hello. Happy Monday to you. Oh my gosh, it's going quickly. The Hanged Man, potential energy, Pisces energy. Yeah, see, that's gaining a whole new perspective. E equals U. Any mathematicians out there know what that means? Oh my God, I love it. We have Queen of Bunsen Burners, Carl Sagan, storyteller. The thing about the storyteller is the storyteller takes the information and crafts it in such a way that is interesting, you know, they take the information and they share it with others and bring them aboard. Come join me as we explore this whatever. The storyteller brings people together. It's part of that. I feel like that friendship. um, hang on, one more. 10 of Bunsen burners, supernova. By the way, this wands. Um, okay, so this can be this. We all reflect each other. Whatever you see outside of yourself, it's it or they are reflecting a part of you back to yourself, good and bad. There's not really bad, but and so I see this as gaining a new perspective by being drawn in by a storyteller who is helping you to see your own ability and capabilities of being a storyteller yourself, being the next Carl Sagan. um, and this supernova, there's this huge, this change of perspective comes from somebody like look. Okay, so look in his hand, he's got some kind of shiny something in his hand, and he's saying, let me talk to you about this idea of a supernova. Let's really explore this. I don't know, maybe you need to go watch some Carl Sagan. But um it's like taking this idea and breaking it down into pieces, because that's what storytellers do. They kind of unravel things and then wind it back up again in as a way of understanding, right? and and I feel like possibly you are learning the art of storytelling, however that looks in your life. There is something here about communication, right? Messages, you becoming the messenger. I noticed that in the Hangman, we see the bird on the top of the rock and it is singing its little heart out. It looks like it's a call. Maybe it's a call to action. It's a call to action. um Understanding some concept. E equals U. I don't know what that is, but potential energy, the idea of potential means there's something there for the taking, but you have to be the one to get up out of the chair and take it. You have to go. It's like once you gain that new perspective, then you take that out into the world and you go, okay, well, what can I do with this now? How do I change my existence? How do I get from this place of hopelessness to this place of peace? Wow. I just okay. Um what? I'm just yeah. There's I'm gonna go with the gateway of light activation. V V Shanta is here. Hello. Thank you for joining. I'm really having fun with this reading. It's like sometimes I get a bunch of cards out on the table. Today there aren't that many, but oh man, the message is so well, it's so clear, but it's so deep. Earth Star activation. Anchoring, grounded action, Isis energy. See? Yes, grounded action. That's exactly what this is all about. This King of Rainbows. Taking that grounded action, taking it all the way. Got a Merkaba up here, anchoring, writing, making that list, making that action plan. That is the grounded action. Knowing what you want, having the idea, having the passion and the excitement for it, and then applying it. And that's a part of this exploration as well. Order of Melchizedek, embraced by light, mission uncovered, don't give up. You're uncovering something, some kind of mission here. There's something it feels that you have been wanting to do for a long time. You've been talking about it. There's been lots of talk. Now it's time to put your money where your mouth is. Don't give up. There's a beautiful song by a man called Chicane with a CH, called Don't Give Up. Electronic music, if you're into that. Um, you're uncovering a mission. It's like you're, you're getting your this is the part, this is the messages that are coming to you. Message in a bottle. Something has been bottled up and it's like it's coming out of the bottle. You uncork that thing and it's like champagne, like flowing, right? Like this huge, it's all this energy, all this pressure. And it's all from taking that first step. Ooh, holy grail. Inner discovery, finding sacredness. You are what you seek. That's exactly what I was saying. You have everything within you already. You go and find yourself any mentor out there. They're just reflecting back to you who you already are. And this is about a remembering. And this is why how compassion comes in. Because when you start to see yourself in other people, as other people, everyone is connected. We all are connected on an energetic level, on an electromagnetic level, on a soul level. Like you are the one who has all the information. You just follow the breadcrumbs. You follow the trail. Get up out of your chair and you start one step at a time. You just get into that place of being curious, where following the beauty. What excites you? What makes you feel alive? Wakes you up and go, this is what I want to do. It doesn't matter how crazy of an idea it is. I'm going to call out Rebecca here for a moment, Broken Key Oracle. She just had a major epiphany of her own, in a job that was just taking every bit of life out of her. And she decided to lean in to an idea that seemed completely out of, like, not attainable at all. And she is going for it. And she's changing her life within the span of like 3 days. Was like, I'm leaving this job, I'm moving, I'm going to go and follow my heart and follow my passion. And it's that simple. It's not always easy, but oh my God, anyone can do it. Yeah, draining you dry. That's exactly right. And if wherever you're feeling that sense of hopelessness, that despair, something is draining you dry. And this is all about, all right, how do you get that balance, that harmony, that peace back? What can you do? It's all about that deep dive, gaining that awareness. What's important? What's important to you? When you get to the end of your life and you're on your deathbed, what do you want to look back on and go, I'm so glad I did that? Doesn't matter. Failure, success, doesn't matter. It's all about the journey. It's all about the experience. What kind of story do you want to tell about who you are and what you do? So, anyway, God, this is going long. I feel like I need to wrap this up. However, I do want to get some cards from the Radical Abundance deck, just cuz I love this deck. Spitting, apparently. Getting so excited. Oh, we've got patience. Ah, the dreaded P word. But look, there's a bird and the eggs. This is where the balance comes in. That patience. Patience as you have to take time, be in the moment, figure out your action plan. And then, sometimes it takes things a minute to unfold. And know that if you've put the things into place and you continue to take those little steps, you continue to follow the breadcrumbs, you're going to get where you want to go. It's inevitable as long as you get out of your own way and are willing to take risks. And taking a risk means you're willing to fall. But that's the thing with falling. Failure isn't about falling, failure is about not getting up again. Failure leads to success as long as you're willing to keep getting up. And then we've got cheer. Yeah, this is the rocket fuel. This is what launched you. What brings you cheer? What what makes you want to do anything? There's something about doing what you love, following your passion. And fun. See? There it is. Go and have some fun. Follow the joy. Um I was just listening to it was just a little short on YouTube. But Cheryl here was telling me about it, how it's a longer interview, which I'm going to listen to. But this man named Matthias, I don't know his last name, but he he was talking about how, like, money specifically, like, he would make money and then he would immediately go out and spend it on travel, like spend time with his friends, going out, exploring the world. And people are like, what are you doing? Why are you not saving your money? And he essentially said that, saving your money because from a place of fear, um, that you might not have enough is it changes your relationship to money. Money is energy. It's meant to flow. And so for him, he's like, I use money to I can't remember the word he used, but like to explore, to go out and follow my bliss. And along the way, I meet people and I have experiences. And then these things all align for me to boost me to the next thing that I'm going to do. So the money isn't the end, it's the means to where you're going. If that makes sense. I don't know. I still need to listen to this interview. But it just, the idea of like we make money to do what we love versus we make money to survive. It's very different kind of thing. And I think we're all a lot of us are very programmed to think about life in that way. It's about survival. And maybe in the past, long time ago it was, but we're new we're entering into a whole new realm of what it means to exist on this planet. Things are changing in such a crazy way. I keep hearing 2025 is going to be insane. And it's in all the ways. It's going to be horribly insane and it's going to be awesomely insane and like everything in between. And we're just kind of in a way we're along for the ride, but also we are in charge of rebuilding, getting up out of the chair and taking the steps that we need um to we got supernova energy here. we got to harness that energy as best as we can amidst all of the chaos and intensity, and be patient knowing this too shall pass, and maintain that energy of cheer and fun. Try not to let fear bring you down. So anyway, okay, I'm gonna finish. What am I gonna finish? I'll finish with a chakra card. Matthias Stefano or Stefano. Thank you, Cheryl. Very cool guy. Very wise. Very spiritually connected. He has some interesting ideas. I recommend checking him out. Solar plexus chakra, Manipura. We've got a dragon here. Woman in white sitting on the back of a dragon. And we have a lion, and I have no idea what that is. Bear? Maybe that's a bear. Got a weird face. There's a magical quality here. Yeah, this is harnessing your magic. You are free to be yourself. Your power is yours to keep. No excuses, no apologies. Ban fear and shine your light. You have been, you always will be. You are, you belong. Yeah, the idea that energy cannot be destroyed, only transformed. So your power is yours to keep. You are free to be yourself. That is something to be happy about and go just follow the fun. No excuses, no apologies. Get up out of the chair and go do something fun. Banish fear and shine your light. Finding sacredness. You are what you seek. You are the Holy Grail. So, all right, I'm going to leave it there. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day and week wherever you are in the world. And I will see you on the next video. Mwah. And thanks so much for liking, subscribing, and sharing. And leave a comment if you feel like it.